I'm the Virgo Queen, here to awaken the divine consciousness. I do Mother Peace, tarot, and astrological readings, and this weekly weather forecast is for the collective consciousness for November 14th through November 20th. And when I first look at a reading, I look at the heart of the matter. And the first card is Son of Discs. So the heart of the matter is the internal world. What is going on internally within all of us? Well, and Monday, this fabulous full moon in Taurus is giving us the Son of Discs, which is all about doing good work, moving towards our goals with clear focus and ability to be enthusiastic about what we want to manifest in the physical world. Because in the atmosphere, we have the Empress, which is completely the energy of Taurus. Because Taurus is all about using our natural remedies and being in tuned with abundance. Taurus knows how to bring abundance into its life because it knows how to do good work and to connect with its community. It's loyal. And yet it can be stubborn in wanting to get what it wants. But this stubbornness is actually a gift because it gives them a clear path on how to make that reality possible. And Empress is also about self-love. Taurus is all about self-love because in order for it to love anything else, it needs to love itself first. So we can all learn from this Taurus energy. And because it's a full moon, it is a time to be grateful and to spend time thanking the ones that you love and being grateful for all the things that you have already manifested thus far. So take time under this beautiful full moon and be with the ones that you love and give them thanks and discuss what other things they would like to bring forth in this next lunar cycle. Something that has to do with more self-love and self-care, because the more in tune we are with our natural environment, the more in tune we can be with ourselves. Because in the cross current, we have Two of Swords. So actually another quality of Taurus is their fun ability to not do anything until they're really pushed to do it. Some would call this laziness. So this Two of Swords is actually kind of this inactive state where we are in limbo, where we are kind of waiting for things to happen. So we can feel as if we're almost lazy, not willing to do the work. But the truth is that we're waiting to be guided. A lot of times we feel like, big energy should be constantly active. But there's a lot of moments in life where we should just sit still and let the world move around us and see how we actually want to interact with the world and what actually is moving us. What is within? What is this new idea that we want to move into? There is a lot of change going on in the world, especially with the way that we relate to our mind. So the more that we're able to clear thoughts of preconceived ideas to where we are going or where we want to be, and just simply understand the necessity of how to just move with our own divine intention. And so if your intention is to be still and wait for answers, be still and trust that they will come. Because in the root we have Priestess of Wands. So we are walking in our power. We are connected to earth and fire. And so we are able to cultivate our goals. We are able to make things real because we're walking the right path. We are being led by our intuition and our natural gifts. And this can lead us to many new doorways being open for all the things that we have been wanting to create. So focus on what your heart is saying and where your feet are going. Because in the sky, we have Priestess of Cups. So our sky is our mental plane, what we are thinking. And well, we have this priestess, so this mature feminine aspect, and cups is our emotional world. And so we're very emotionally attached to how we are going to feed and be felt. So emotions are how we manifest, and our emotional world actually makes us human, and a world that we're not used to dealing with so often. And it also is held so much in the sacral chakra, the stomach. And this is where we truly can feel our real emotions. So pay attention to what thoughts you're thinking and how they affect your stomach. How do you feel about those gut feelings? How do you feel when someone says something to you or makes you feel a certain way? And pay attention to where these emotions are coming from. Are they yours or are they someone else's? So remember that we are our own masters of our emotional world, and that the more awareness we bring to the depths of our own ocean, the deeper we can explore ourselves and the ones around us, because they too are teachers. And so let us all be students of this cosmic world, learning more about how to heal ourselves and the emotional codes of the past. Because in the recent past, we had 8 of Wands, and 8 is about change, Wands is about fire and passion, and so there's a lot of things changing last week. A lot of things moving. Once we come to that full moon energy, a lot of things had to shift, either because things were being completed, we had to let go of certain things, and we saw completion and change in our passion, in our direction. Because in the self-concept, we have the Emperor. This is a major arcana, and a major arcana shows where we are on our soul evolution. The Emperor is number 4, and he rules the ego, the creative willpower. So this inner world of feeling that we have this Son of Discs, where we are taking charge, it's actually kind of a immature energy in a way, because we actually haven't done the things that we want to do. But this Emperor has this very authoritative esteem to how he presents himself. So regardless of what we are putting out there in the world, if we have experience or not, we're willing to show what we do know, and to move into the knowledge and to the self-confidence that it takes to make those dreams a reality. And in the hopes and fears, we have the Hierophant, and another major arcana. And he is all about our right and wrong, becoming our own guru, where we determine what systems work, where we determine what is right and wrong in our world. And yeah, that can cause some fear, because that means standing up for things that we truly believe in. And well, in the past, in many past lives that people experience, that there's been ridicule for that, and well, death. And so we have to remember that we have the freedom now. Wherever we are in the world, at least our inner world is always safe with our own belief system. So as long as we connect to that secret garden within us and determine what is right and wrong in our own world, then we can forever be our own guiding light. Because in the future, we have reverse star, another major arcana. So when I see these mini major arcanas in a reading, I see that there is a lot of soul shifting going on, meaning that there's a lot of change that needs to happen on a very soul, spirit, energetic level. And so this reverse star card is showing that our ego is kind of getting in the way of us actually really healing what we're capable of healing. That we've kind of denied the fact that the goddess and the healing energy is able to really do its work. I know there's all sorts of tools and esoteric ways of finding our truth, and that the ego wants the scientific proof of how all of this functions, but there is a deeper understanding, a deeper magic. That's something that our conscious mind can never comprehend. And so when we just surrender to the unknown and allow the power of the healing goddess emerge into our being, will we be able to live a life full of more mystery and more connection and more magic that makes us feel whole and alive and connected. Because that's why we're really here on this earth, is it not? To be and to fully experience all the different paradigms. Because in the house we have Ace of Discs. So we are looking at new work coming in. So this full moon in Taurus energy definitely brought in some new projects, some new ideas, some new ways of doing our work. And so we're slightly hesitant about this new work, but we're going to trust it anyway. And that whatever gifts that it's reminding us of, the skills that maybe we used to have and now we get to use, just remember that all of this has come in its own divine timing. And yes, the new work are gifts. Because in the outcome, we had Three of Wands as the first step. And Three of Wands is listening to that intuition and putting our images and our dreams on the wall, making business plans, making these become real. Because in the end, we end up with reverse devil. And this is such a beautiful healing card. When I talked about the ego not allowing for the energy, for the healing of the goddess, for these new ways of being in the world, we actually show that we surrendered to it, that we're letting go of these old addictions, these suppressed thoughts, these chains that have been keeping us down. We have overthrown these chains and we are moving into something that is much greater and that our ego has surrendered. Now remember, the ego does serve, it does protect us, and it does know more about self-love and self-care. It reminds us to eat, it reminds us all these things that we need to be in the physical human body. So it's more about the shadow of the ego that we're trying to give more light and illumination to, and to not be oppressed from old paradigms and to move into something that feels real to how we truly want to exist in this world. And that vision with reverse devil is being unchained and uninhibited by an old system and giving us a new vision for how we want to create in this new world. Hope this helps. Have an amazing week. And if you'd like a one-on-one or personal reading, contact me at www.innerdoorways.com. Have a beautiful day.